Hello my friends, it's Gabriel with The Last Huntsman Outdoors here. I have brother Kenny out here. He's going to help me review his knife that he sent to me, and that is the Very Good Knife Company Falcon with the Wharncliffe style blade. It's an 80 CRV2 steel, 3/16 thick, micarta handles. Let's check this knife out. Now this is a small knife. It's sub 4 inches. I think it's like 3.3 Yeah, it's like 3 and 3 1/4. All right, 80 CRV2 steel. Looks like it's right at 3/16 thick. Hollow grind, but hell, just pop that wood like it was nothing. Right at a 4-inch blade. I think it might be even a little less. I didn't measure it perfectly, but it's right around a 4-inch blade. It actually seems like it does pretty good on that wood. Let's see if I can get one more in. All right, so a couple things to kind of take note on. Like I said, this is about a 3 3/4 inch long blade. It's 3/16 thick, has a sharp spine. I'll kind of show that in a little bit of use. Wharncliffe style. Now he has like 3 or 4 different knives with the same handle and just different blades, so that's pretty cool. You kind of pick your flavor. Something else to take note on with the Falcon and almost all of his knives is they're all a very, very good price.
It's like very good knives with very
good price, yeah. This is a sub $100 blade, and it even comes with a decent Kydex sheath. It did come with like kind of a Kydex drop loop thing, which I wasn't a big fan
Not
on.
my fancy. This is easier to conceal.
Yeah, so my twin brother, he opted just put one of these little belt loops on there, and then he can conceal carry it, and that's how he plans on carrying. And he's gonna just do some little bit of rope cutting here.
Oh yeah, just
glides right through it with that hollow grind.
See if we can do 2.
Get 2 for 1. Just glides right through it. Gonna do some slicing with it. Has that hollow grind in a Wharncliffe or sax style. Now I'm gonna say this, I've designed a sax before. I like using saxes, and I honestly think a sax style knife is one of the most underrated knife designs out there. It's just so simple to use. There's no curve, there's no nothing. It's just a straight edge. And the Very Good Knife Company, the ergonomics is pretty decent. It's a little slim on the handle, but for a small EDC knife, that's perfectly fine. You can get some fine little cuts in there. No hot spots or nothing. These are hedge apples. They are pretty tough. Not really edible or anything like that. Squirrels will eat them up. I don't think humans can eat them though.
We call these monkey brains.
But there's no monkeys in Missouri.
No, not in the Midwest. Wouldn't that be kind of cool if there was monkeys in the Midwest and there was like a hunting season for them? Like, there's that daggone monkey right there. And like blast it with a 308 hollow point or something. That would be pretty fun. All right, so I'm gonna do just a little bit of notches here with this. I'm gonna start off with a little square notch. If my stick will cooperate with me.
That's a good stick.
That's a mighty fine looking stick.
Tiny little stick.
Might have sunk that in a little too deep. Just pop it. That's a really deep square notch there. I'm gonna do a little tent stake type of notch real quick, and then we're gonna do a cross grain baton. Well, kind of here. It wants to bite in really fast and really deep with that hollow grind.
Here's a little 10-stick notch. Now, let's just go ahead and try to send it. Cross grain batoning here. This is the part that makes me cringe. I'm going to just do a little bit of tip testing. This does have a pretty fine tip on there with that hollow grind, but it is 80 Sierra V2 steel. I'm not going to get real stupid with it. I like to just do this a little bit with pretty much every knife. And it holds true. So, all right, so another thing with the Very Good Knife Company Falcon, it has a pretty decently sharp 90-degree spine. I'm not going to start a fire because I already got a good fire going here. But it does strike sparks really well. So if you can't get a fire going with that, then you need to reevaluate your situation. Okay, so another thing to kind of take in consideration here is that at least the way he's setting up the sheath, it's actually a very concealable knife. He's just wearing a t-shirt, and of course he has a jacket on top of that, but even the t-shirt would cover it. And so this could be a great little EDC knife for just daily use, and or if you have to, use it as self-defense blade. Yeah, I mean, Warncliffes are, well, I mean, they're basically just like a sax. So, and Vikings and Saxons used to use a sax as like a good defensive knife. I mean, it's a... What do you think on the stab? Like, I know it's kind of an awkward stab.
Yeah.
You kind of have to stab at angles.
Slight angle, but I like this knife in every way. Just a little bit of a lack of or little guard or lack thereof.
Yeah, if I could change one thing on it, and this is just
Because
my
I could
opinion.
feel like it just, I'd be a little skeptical of my hand going.
Yeah, I would definitely ride your thumb up on it,
Yeah,
and or if you were
grip
reverse
or
gripping it, put your thumb up on
on
the pommel there. Definitely, for sure. If I was going to make any changes with this knife, if you want to just keep holding it, I'll just kind of point it out. But, so the blade is pretty narrow here. If I was going to make any changes, I would make the blade about that much wider, about a 1/4 inch wider blade.
Not even that much, but just a slight bit.
Yeah, just I would say a 1/4 inch or so, and just have it come out just about a 1/4 inch farther, and that would act as a deeper guard, and it would make the blade geometry just that much better. It'd be even more slicey, or even do that same thing that I just said, but make it like a full flat grind. Or hell, maybe since he calls this one the Falcon, I'm going to throw you a good idea. Make what I just said, a wider blade, full flat grind, and call it the Hawk. Since, you know, you got a Falcon, now you need a Hawk. And just make it the same knife, but just a wider blade. But that would be my suggestion. But overall, we really like it. All right, so we're going to wrap this up on the Very Good Knife Company Falcon here. Awesome little knife. If you guys want a awesome like little belt knife, EDC knife that is sub $100, definitely check out Very Good Knife Company. I am really impressed with the quality, especially for the money. I mean, it's a Very Good Knife Company for a reason, I guess.
And I plan on EDCing this. It's going to be my new EDC knife. So
yeah. So with all that being said, be prepared both physically and spiritually. God bless and carry on.